All right, so I hope you guys tried, and if you want the solution, that's great. Otherwise, ChatGPT is always here to help us out. So I'm gonna just select all the text from here, copy this. Why it is so much zoomed out? Actually zoomed in. So I'm copying this, coming over here, doing nothing, just pasting it, right? And hitting enter. Let's see if it is pasted. I think the format is messed up a lot, but I hope ChatGPT will take care of it. So let's see, what do we get? So starting from the top, now what do you think? Should I explain it over here or should we go to the Jupyter Notebook? Let's start explaining from here. Meanwhile, it will complete the solution. First of all, I mentioned last time as well, you'll have to write this line as it is. In short, we are importing a library called abstract method. In next video, or probably in next 1 to 2 videos, I'll be explaining how we can create our own libraries and how do we import the libraries, right? So for now, you should just write it as it is, right? Cool. Moving on. Then we have a class called character, which is inheriting abstract ABC over here. Why? Because we have an abstract method over here, right? Cool. Then first of all, we have this constructor where we are receiving name, health, attack power, and level equals to 1. So if you are putting any arguments value equals to something where you're assigning a value to any argument, it means that it has the default value 1. If you will not pass any value from the code as a parameter over here, then it has its default value, which is 1, right? So name will be allocated to name, health. So you see, name is private variable, health is private variable, attack power, level, everything is private variable, right? Moving on. Then we have an abstract class. So we are writing a decorator over here that says we have an abstract class, and then we are saying just pass from here. Why? Because we want to define its definition later on. Then we have take damage class. So what it does, it receives damage as an argument, and it says, what is my health? What is current health? What is self.health, right? Subtract this damage from my current health, and also display what is the damage right now, right? What is the health right now? How much damage is received? So a complete message is available over here. Cool. Moving on. Then we have as a live method where we are receiving self. So we are checking if health of self is greater than 0. You might be wondering, we are returning what? We should return either true or false, but we are returning an expression from here. So basically, expression is never returned. It actually evaluates this expression first, and then the value, the evaluation is actually returned. So as you see, it is a comparison operator. What is the result of comparison operator? It will always be either true or false. There is no third category. So either true or false will be returned. So if health will be greater than 0, then true will be returned. Otherwise, false will be returned. Level up method. So it will increase the level of self. So when the level is increased, it is also increasing the health as well. Obviously, when you increase the level, you get some benefits of getting more health. So health is basically multiplied by 10 over here, right? And then attack power is also being increased, and attack power is multiplied by 5. So basically it is saying the current attack power should be plus equals to, remember plus equals to operator, should be plus equals to, which means that should be existing attack power plus this much, right? Cool. Then printing out the message that what are the stats do we have right now. And then here we have a bit of encapsulation for the health, which means that the health variable is private, right? So if we want to get health, we can use this getter. So this is called getter. And moving on, then we have the setter for the health. So if we want to update the value of health, we'll say what is the new value. So we'll check the new value. If this new value is positive, then we will update the value. So here we are making sure that no one assigns the negative value to the health. Otherwise, the player will die at the moment, right? Then we also have a getter for the health where we are getting, we have the getter for the levels where we are getting the value for the level. So our class for character is completed over here, right? let me copy the whole code. Let's go to Jupyter Notebook and let's see what are the other classes that we have. So, so yeah, this is the character class. It is completed. Moving on. Here we have the player class. So player class is being inherited from character, obviously. We have a constructor over here. I hope I don't have to explain it, right? So actually, let's go ahead. So first of all, it has experience. So experience will start from 0 because whenever a player is instantiated, a player is created, the player will have, by default, the player will have 0 experience, right? With the passage of time, with the passage of gain, the experience will be increased. Then the special ability, which special ability it has, it will be coming from the main code. And then our constructor is completed. Yeah, no. The main thing is we are also calling the super constructor, which means we are calling the constructor of the parent class. The name, health, and attack power is available over here. Then the methods, attack method is being implemented. Remember this attack method? It was an abstract method in the previous class. So now you see it says other. Other will be the other player, right? Other object. So other dot take damage. So obviously the other object will also have a take damage method, right? So here we are mentioning that this much attack power I have exerted, and which means this much damage should be done, which means ultimately this much health should be reduced from the other's player, right? Then we have use special ability method where we are simply incrementing the power by 1.5, which means we are adding 50% more power to the existing power. And then we are again saying take damage, right? And with every function, we are also, with every method, we are also outputting some message as well, so that we know which function, which method is being executed. We have getter for experience. Experience experience is the private variable, so we have to have getter over here. And then we also have setter for experience over here. So when we want to add the experience, this is how we do that. So we have experience. We pass experience from the parameters, and then we will add it to the experience. We'll show the message for the experience, and if experience is greater than the certain level, then the level will be up. And level up means, remember, what do I mean by level up? Level up means the health will be increased, the attack power will be increased, and everything will be done, right? Moving on, and finally we have monster class. So in the monster class, again, we have constructor where we have init method, which is receiving all the variables, all the parameters over here, calling the super, the parent class. Then it has its own variables, monster type and attack multiplier, right? So then it has its own mechanism of attacking. For example, the damage will be equals to attack power multiplied by attack multiplier, right? How much greater this monster is. And then it will reduce the health of the other player by calling its take damage method, right? Finally, we have the battle method. Remember, this is not a method, by the way. This is a function, right? This is not a class. So here the whole battle is being done. So what is happening over here? We have a player class, then we have a monster class, right? So we are saying that battle starts between player name and monster name, right? And then we are saying that while player is alive or either monster is alive. Obviously a game ends when either of player or monster, they die. And then we are saying that player dot attack. First of all, player is going to attack the monster, which means attack method means, and here we are passing monster, right? Which means that the health of monster is going to be decreased, right? Let me explain this attack method over here. What is happening over here? First of all, I'm saying player dot attack. So in attack method, player will be acting as a self, right? Let's go to the attack method. Where is attack method? Player, yeah. Here is the attack method, right? So self is going to be the player and other is going to be the monster in this particular case, right? So I'm saying other, which means monster. Monster dot take damage. How much damage? Self dot attack power. How much attack power do the player have, right? So the player have, for example, 10 as an attack power. So this monster will take the damage of 10. So let's go to the monster class. And where is the damage? Damage method is not explained over here, which means that we'll have to go to its parent class. So damage method is explained in the, yeah, here we go, take damage. So here it is saying that the current health of the monster minus the damage. For example, the current health was 100, damage was 10. So 100 minus 10, which means that the updated health is going to be 90, and it will also output the updated health. Let's go to the battle again. So here we are saying that player is going to attack the monster, and then if not monster is alive, which means that first of all, is alive method is called, which is either true or false, right? So if it is alive, if its health is more than 0, then it will say true. But if its health is less than 0 or equal to 0, then it will say false. So here we are finding out if the monster is still alive or not. If monster is dead, then we'll say the monster is defeated, right? And we will add the experience of player who defeated the monster by 10. And we are saying break it, right? Otherwise, the monster will attack and we will check if the player is alive or not, right? If the player is not alive, we'll say the player is defeated and obviously monster won, and we are breaking the loop. And finally, the battle is over, right? Cool. So let's say here we have, oh wow, the ChatGPT has also created some dummy test case as well, right? So it is going out of the screen. So I'll hit enter over here so that we can have a look in one screen. So first of all, we are saying that we have a player variable, we have a player, right? Player object. Name of the player is going to be hero. Initial health is going to be 100. Attack power is going to be 20. Special ability is power strike. Okay. Then we have a monster. Name of monster is going to be goblin. Health is going to be 50. Attack power is going to be 15. And monster type is this. And finally, its attack multiplier is going to be 1.5. So if player will attack, if you look at the above code, if player will attack, it will be a simple attack. But if monster will attack, it will be attack multiplied by 1.2. So it will not be a simple attack. Its attack power will be increased. So running it, and here we go. We have the summary of the battle. First of all, the battle started, initial message. So the first of all, hero attacks goblin for 20 damage. Why? Because the power attack was 20, right? Its attack power is 20. So it damaged goblin for 20. So goblin takes 20 damage and health is left 30. Why? Because its initial health was 50. 20 was decreased. So now it is left with 30. Now it is goblin's time to attack. So goblin says, I'm going to attack hero with damage 18. Why 18? Because its attack power is 15, and when you multiply 15 with 1.2, it becomes 18, right? Now, 18 damage is done to the health 100 of hero, okay? And remaining power of the hero has taken damage of 18, and remaining power is 82. And then this story goes on and on and on and on and on. And finally, goblin is defeated, and monster is defeated when the goblin takes damage of 20 and health left is negative 10, which means the health is less than 0. So goblin is dead, goblin is defeated. So hero gains experience of 10 points. The total experience is 10. Hero is leveled up to 2 and health is 84 now. Some of the health was gone during the battle, but after leveling up, it gets some of the health. And also its attack power is increased. Previously it was how much? 20. Now it is 30. And finally, the battle ended. Having said that, our battle of learning object-oriented programming is also ended. One more thing that I want to, not one more thing, but one thing that I missed over here, that I did not explain over here, that here we are importing something. This is called import. Import means that if there is something which is already available, as we discussed in the introduction of this course, Python's best thing is it has tons of different libraries which are available free of cost for us, right? First of all, how to create a library? And once the library is created, how to import it? What are the syntax? What are the pros and cons? Everything we are going to learn in upcoming videos.